Morning Wilmington is sponsored by Newcastle County Government.
Good morning, Delaware. You're watching DETV's Good Morning Wilmington.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited because we got some awesome guests with
Yes,
us.
but before we even go to that, we have to say good morning, Merry Christmas,
Happy holidays. to
Happy
all of you
holidays.
watching.
We're bringing the. Can you feel it?
Jingle bells right here.
Exactly.
I love this.
Yes.
I love this. And we got some other two guests with us that are going to be bringing in the holiday cheer. What's going on, Ivan Thomas and Miss Vincenza?
I am really upset because they got. I don't think we got the memo. Well, I didn't get the memo. Vincenza always looks fabulous.
Always.
But I didn't
Always.
get the memo. I mean,
I tried to communicate with everyone. Hey guys, let's
they
step it up a little bit.
Right, they got the jingle bell thing going.
we got
I
the
got
whole
the
thing.
going to the club, out the jingle bell.
coordinated over here,
I'm the
you
older
know?
guy in the club. I shouldn't be here type thing going on.
Wrong age at the club.
Right. Oh, right.
Don't tell them at the club.
How you guys doing? Thanks for having us.
Oh,
Thanks for having us.
absolutely. Thank you for being
You
here.
guys enjoying the holidays?
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, we're ready for the
Yeah.
holidays.
We're
And
ready.
we're ready for it to be over.
I can't believe we're going into a new year.
Yes.
Wait a minute, slow your roll, brother. We still on Christmas.
Christmas just
I-
ended, but we're about to celebrate New Year's.
Oh my gosh, man. It happened so fast.
Yeah.
So let's first say, let's give a shout out to everyone that made it through COVID.
Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
Good God.
Yeah.
Crazy 2019.
What are you guys looking
I mean,
forward to
2020.
for 2020?
What you doing for 2020?
2020. How are you going to celebrate the New Year?
Oh gosh. Well, I feel like celebrating with my family.
Okay.
I think that's what's most important. I'm grateful that we're happy, but more so health.
Yeah.
And I think
absolutely.
that's what bringing in the new year, that we're healthy. My family has gone through a little bit of some struggles health-wise, and you know what? That's all I'm asking for going into the new year, that my family's healthy and strong, and I wish that upon everyone in my circle, especially to all of you.
Yeah, I think that, Vin, I think that is one of the things that we have to focus on is not hustle too hard, but just concentrate on our health, right? Because everything, as we know right now, is rising. Gas is rising, food is rising, healthcare is rising, and there's shortages in the hospital. So, like, the only thing we got right now is our health.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
So if you have health, you got wealth.
You do. You do. And this is the time to cherish what you have.
Oh my gosh.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
just to your point, hustling so hard, focus back inward.
Absolutely.
That's what this pandemic did. It's kept us all home, right? So I'm sure it got everyone a little bit closer.
I don't know about all that. Divorce rates done went up.
Oh, Lord. Jesus, not divorce rate.
I'm sorry, I am like the Scrooge McDuck of this right now.
Normally
I am
it's Jordan, so
sorry.
this is a breath
Y'all
of
talk-
fresh air.
You know what? Go ahead.
you gotta switch.
Talk to
Normally it's
Vincenzo.
always
I y'all know how it is. My bad.
Stole
Let's keep
Christmas.
it positive. Okay, we're gonna keep it
No,
positive.
You're right. No, it's a lot. It's right now we need to focus on health, family,
Right.
friends, and people that love you. You know what I mean? You got to. Life. What I've learned through this whole pandemic is life is short.
Yeah.
You know, and we just need to be grateful right now and experience as much as we can experience and do it with a smile on our face.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right. And you also have to accept the fact if you just can't get to that goal or you didn't achieve it yet,
Yeah.
you still have plenty of time. Don't give up, persevere, keep going. And that's what I feel like a lot of pressure around this time of the year. Like, oh my goodness, I didn't achieve those goals I really had set out for.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Just keep going. That's the main point.
I like what you said. Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the key word. That's the
yes.
operative word right there. Is yet. How you guys doing? I'm ready to jump across this table and choke.
Hold on.
Choke. I'm about to choke
Hold the
Jordan.
mic. Hold the
Man.
mic. Before we get to that,
Boy, you better.
we want to let y'all know why he's feeling this way. It's okay. It's okay. But I want to know, what was your favorite interview throughout the year?
question.
Good question. Oh, it was a heck of a year.
Yeah.
Heck of a year,
Yeah.
right? Did a lot of interviews. My favorite one of my favorite ones were one that you did with Dr. Coker. That was I really enjoyed that. But my favorite one would had to be Mayor Pazicki.
Okay.
Right? And I tell you why. The mayor and I have a lot of offline conversations, right? And I really see like his heart, right? and what he's trying to do for the community of kids of color and all that. So I'm really surprised, and I hope that people that are watching this see this as well. But that was a great interview that I had with him, and I was shocked, and I didn't want it to end. The producer was in the back, Nas was in the back like, yo, we gotta go. And I was like, I want to wrap it up because he ready to go into some things.
That's a good interview though, when you're just engaging and you hit the cameras there and the crew. I think we got a clip. Can we watch some of that?
Our kids shouldn't have to grow up in places that are really broken down and fallen down and decayed. They shouldn't have to live like that. And so we've got money. We're going to do facade improvement programs for our homeowners. We are going to tear down the old vacants. We're going to build new housing all throughout the East Side. And by the way, not exclusively the East Side, but you got to start someplace. Right. And so we're starting there. We're putting LED lighting all over that side of the city. So we've got some very ambitious plans. Not the least of which is the governor wants to completely replace Bancroft School and spend a fortune on a brand new school in the city of Wilmington.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I hear a lot, offline, I hear you say a lot about the kids. What's in your heart about the kids here in Wilmington?
Well, I call them my kids because they are. If you don't feel that way, I don't think you can be as motivated as you need to be to make life better for them. You know, we have a dangerous city in parts of our city, and it's just a terrible shame, but we've got too much violence, too many kids who are not only succumbing to violence, but succumbing to the inevitability of violence, which is tragic. They shouldn't have to live like that. They ought to be thinking about what kind of a trade or what kind of profession they want to be in to build a life that's productive and is celebrated. Somebody said the other day, it was just a beautiful way of capturing what motivates kids. She said, kids will do what is celebrated. And when you think about it, in some of our poor neighborhoods, being a doctor is not celebrated. Because the kids don't know doctors, they don't really know lawyers, so they don't get a chance to celebrate those successes. Unfortunately, they celebrate what gets on social media. Yeah. The gangbangers are the guys who are the toughest of the tough guys, the people who invite fear. That gets celebrated on social media, and so kids gravitate the same we all do to that which is celebrated in their ecosystem, their social ecosystem. And we have to change that. Somehow we have to change that.
How do we change it? What are the steps that you believe that we need to, gather everyone from the community and make a conscious effort to create change? Because like you said, it all starts somewhere.
Yeah, it all starts somewhere. And so where we are is, look, we have had hundreds of years of going in the wrong direction. I'm acutely aware of that. But MLK years ago, before his death, wrote a book, said, where do we go from here? That was the name of the book, because he said, here's where we are now, where do we go from here? And so we're in a terrible spot because the scars that have been inflicted on the black community, from my perspective, from not only my own perspective, but from listening to people convey their personal pain, right? Those things don't get healed with Band-Aids. They don't get healed real quickly. So what we have to do is have almost a social reformation, so that people find dignity and pride in those things that they do. And in a sense, we always talk about the economic deficits, but I always believe that there are respect deficits you have to deal with. And once someone feels respected, they can deal with some of the other problems. And so what do? First of all, we change the environment the kids grow up in. So a guy yesterday we met up in Newark, he said, kids can't learn love when they're living in despair, right? So if you live in broken down areas, you don't learn love, you learn hate. That's what you do. Fair enough. I think it's a fair enough assessment of the starting point of the lives of so many kids. The second thing, we have to build schools that put their arms around kids and not just bludgeon them with testing. A lot of these kids just can't do it. I personally got to tell you, I know it's a big job, but I can tell you that I think that sending our kids out to 10 different high schools is wrong. I'd love to see us have a city high school, because I think what happens is you get a chance to go to one school and be a big presence in that school. Ivan's not going to be a big presence in 10 different schools out in the suburbs all over the place. But you can be a big presence here. We can have our lawyers in town go down there and spend an afternoon, be a big presence in a school. So it's, you know, they're two bad choices. I mean, I don't think de facto segregation is a desirable thing, because that's what will happen. Obviously, we'll have a largely black and brown high school if we did that. But sending kids out to 10 different schools out in the suburbs that's not a good choice either.
Right.
So we took that choice, we took that bad choice, and I think if you look at the results, you say that's been a failure. So now let's go back and try something else. So I think if we did that, that gets to be that nurturing environment that kids grow up in.
Good morning, Wilmington. This is Lanny Schweiger from Downtown Visions, coming to you with your downtown update. We have a lot of great things happening this month. Blitzen, the holiday pop-up bar, is still happening through Christmas Eve. Wednesday through Saturday, you can enjoy drinks in a festive environment, and it's fun for everybody. The Grand and the Playhouse continue to have great shows for the holiday season, and it's a perfect gift to give this year, tickets to a show. The Nutcracker will be there. They have Wizards of Winter Holiday Rock Show, and several other live music events and comedy shows happening. So it's the perfect gift this holiday season. If you're interested in how to shop small downtown, you can check out a couple of our initiatives that are going on. Free shipping runs through the end of the year, and you can enjoy free shipping at any of your favorite downtown businesses, including Al's Sporting Goods, Lafayette Gallery, and Poppycock Tattoo. And the last is Chelsea's Tavern has their famous buy one, get one free gift card sale happening on Christmas Eve. It's something you don't want to miss, so mark it on your calendar.
Let DART do the driving. DART First State provides transportation that is clean, safe, reliable, and affordable. Plan your trip and get real-time bus information with the free DART Transit app. Scan your phone to pay your fare with the free DART Pass app. So what are you waiting for? Try transit today. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Ivan, that was good.
Bro.
That was good.
Bro.
And the fact it says a lot about a leader when they surround themselves with those smarter than them, and when they're reading and doing research from, if you don't know your past, how do you know where you're going?
Right.
So the fact that he's reading a book from Dr. King, where do we go from here?
Yeah.
Chaos or community, that's powerful.
Yeah, one thing about him, right, is he understands that privilege, he understands that with non-privileges, he understands that he's privileged, right? And he understands that he's a white male, right? And a city that's predominantly African-American and people of color. And he's like, how do I fix this?
Absolutely.
You know, so he asks questions and he listens. So I feel, this is my personal feeling, I feel if there's a white person that can, use their privilege for me, and I can use my black privilege for them, and they can cry what's going on in my neighborhood, just like I could cry about what's going on in their neighborhood, that's where we can at least start having a conversation, right? And just talking to him again offline, and that's how I feel. I feel like, he's not shutting me down, he's not shutting anyone else I know down. Like, how do we fix this city? So, and especially in there, you saw, he said, working with city council. Because at first we know it was a little rocky.
It was. When it started, you and I were there.
Even speaking to that, I love the transparency that he had, and that he wasn't disillusioned to the fact that, that there are issues. He wasn't like, well, everything's it's a great day here in Wilmington. He was like, no, this is what's going on. This is the perspective that I have, or, I even like that he said that from my perspective, and he didn't make his perspective like, this is what's happening. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't law. So I definitely appreciated that. I remember that interview, and I definitely enjoyed watching that again.
I have to chime in and say that I really, really appreciated that he touched on the importance of focusing on our youth and the environment they're living in.
Absolutely.
And I really appreciated that, because it's really important, because if they don't like where they're living, they're not going to be happy, and they're not going to give their whole heart into school, friends, family, anything that, any goals that they may have. So I really appreciated that he was focusing on that, and he highlighted that. And you said it so perfectly that it's not perfect all the time.
Yeah.
These are the problems, and we need to fix them. And he's bringing awareness to that.
And when you think of everything that's coming out of his office, right, out of his administration, you got Ashley Christopher, HBCU week, that he was definitely, like, Ashley, go ahead and run with it, boom. And all those kids of color that are having, just academic freedom, right?
From sign up, from
come on,
start.
come on,
they
dog.
signed up for scholarships right at that, right at the drop.
Yeah, and then you if you pivot to the right a little bit, you can see what's going on in the communities, from West Center City, the money that they put in there, the revitalization of that, Eden Park, where now that football field looks amazing, right? And what's going on in the Riverside area, like Northside area. So hats off, salute,
Good job, Mayor Pazicki.
Good job.
Yes, and thank you for everything.
Vincenza,
Yes.
I'm sure you got your favorite interview, so what's been yours?
Well, I wish I could say I had more to choose from, but
She will.
I
She will.
I'm so fortunate that I've had the opportunity to be on the show. I know I'm new to Good Morning Wilmington and to the team at DETV, but I'm just so excited, for all the people that I've had the opportunity to meet and chat with. If I had to pick just one, which was very hard, Ivan, and you know how many incredible people we've had on our show,
Right.
and just to pick one, I felt that I had to pick one that meant that was an impact on what we're going through right now. And I feel like mental health awareness is so important right now, especially everything we're going through with this pandemic. So I wanted to highlight Dennis Carradine from the Trauma Survivors Foundation.
Yes.
Yes, he was an incredible person advocating for mental health awareness, especially for our first responders and healthcare workers. He started a program called Hospital Heroes at the beginning of this pandemic, which I felt was so critical because he was raising funds to feed our healthcare workers and our first responders, but he was supporting local businesses as well. So I thought that it was a very clever idea, but the timing was so perfect. Yeah. And so I would have to say that was one of my favorite interviews, and just to highlight, mental health awareness is really important, and he touches on that.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can watch a clip of that. All right.
As a nurse practitioner, at the time she was working at Jefferson Hospital when the pandemic broke out. Shutdown happens. The nurses were getting just pounded. She was a cardiac crisis nurse that was brought into the ICU and then brought into the COVID units. I called her and I said, "Hey, have you eaten today?" And she said, "Nah, somebody brought pizza somewhere, and then patients got it, and there was nothing open." So I said, "Not on my watch. Not, hey, my lady she needs to eat."
Right.
We called a couple of friends that own restaurants. We do a ton of stuff in Philadelphia, down here in Wilmington. Called a few friends, and first thing we had was like 100 burritos. And that was our first meal to Jefferson. Then a buddy of mine, John Schaefer, and Rob Wright, and Ray Sheehan, a couple other friends in different organizations were like, "Well, we got to make this even bigger." And I'm like, "Okay, as long as I can get to feed Jefferson first, we're okay." And then we went from Jefferson to Penn, then we came down to Christiana, then we were at Wilmington Police, and all these were the folks that we already worked with. And then we put it up on the web, and that's where it went insane.
Crazy.
Yes.
So it literally started with Laura. It started with my wife. I just needed to feed her. And then next thing we know, we're feeding hundreds and hundreds of people. So
I am really, first of all, his voice, took me back. Did we meet before?
we probably have.
Yeah, because I remember the story. It was so clear. I remember it was this guy going around feeding everybody.
Yes, no,
You just don't forget that. You know what I mean?
And Dennis was making an incredible impact on the community, especially when the community was suffering so much during the beginning of the pandemic. I mean, he was helping first responders, healthcare workers, feeding them because they were working so hard trying to make sure everything else was going well and going okay.
Well, salute to you, Dennis,
Yes.
and your partners that helped you out with that. That was amazing.
The great part about it was we were meeting folks, not just Vincenza, but other small businesses. Sadly, out of the 100% of our restaurants that we've used, our partners, about 45% had to close their doors. And so our hope was, we're trying to get you enough to get you by, but the pandemic really hit hard in certain locations. Obviously, down here in Delaware, we had partnered with several out in Manayunk, and one of our just absolute best allies, Bourbon Blue up there with Brandon and Melissa and all. they had to close because of the pandemic. So
Right.
even as much as how robust our program became, unfortunately, the program did what it did.
And that's the cruel reality of this pandemic. There are still small businesses that are suffering and closing down every single day. So we're not in the clear.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, folks, that there's still ways to get involved. And please take the opportunity to look up Hospital Heroes and be able to help small businesses in a way that not only are we feeding healthcare workers and first responders, we're helping small businesses more importantly.
And business is the backbone of the
Yes.
city. Let's not forget about that. So, is any way that people can help. And speaking of help, do you guys operate off of donations? How do you operate?
Absolutely. We've been funded primarily by donation or events. If anybody wants to get involved, I will put out it there. You can go to the TraumaSurvivorsFoundation.org or HospitalHeroesFoodDrive.org. We actually have a couple of events coming up. We have a comedy show that we're a part of. That it's always, you have to have a little levity in the trauma and what we do. So it's Thursday night up at Bellefonte Brewery, which is right near V&M Bistro, local place.
Stop in and get you a slice of pizza.
Get your slice of pizza. Go up see comedy.
Yes, I really appreciate all this.
I
plugs.
shout this
I really
out.
appreciate this.
Well, when you find good people, and you find people that are willing to help. Look, side note with it is that you want to help the people that help you,
right?
But you also want to help the people that want to help the community.
It's time, Wilmington.
For all of us to do our part
and get vaccinated.
And until it's your time,
keep wearing your mask,
keep getting tested,
and stay safe.
It's time.
This message was paid for by the Wilmington Health Planning Council.
This message is brought to you by Newcastle County Government.
Hi, I'm Dr. Neil Hochstein at ENT and Allergy of Delaware. We've been very fortunate to be protected from COVID-19 with the vaccines, but now we're hearing a lot about booster shots. If you're over 65 or have some immune compromise, booster shots are an effective way to strengthen your immune system again. It's the same vaccine that you received with your first or second dose, and it can extend and strengthen the protection that you've already received. Keep yourself and your friends and family safe. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. I love to see when there's a need and it's addressed, right?
Yes.
Like when something so amazing can be born out of just, okay, I see this a need and I'm going to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I really appreciated what Dennis Carradine from the Trauma Survivors Foundation has continued to do throughout this pandemic, even though he has started the foundation well before COVID-19 was even a thought. He saw that there was a need for all these traumatic situations that were happening for individuals, and he felt that there was a need to help them and provide them with the resources. And that's really what it's all about at the Trauma Survivors Foundation, is providing them with the education and the resources and the support. It just so happens with this pandemic, they had to really step up their game, and they did that. They really did so, and it's we're very grateful for everything you're doing for us, Dennis. We appreciate everything and all of the volunteers that have helped out with Hospital Heroes and the small businesses. I mean, we appreciate everything you're doing, and we wish you best of luck as you continue to make an impact on our community.
Yeah, beautiful.
Hats off to you, sir.
Absolutely.
So, Ms. Saceyana.
I should have known I was next.
We're going down the line.
We're going down the line.
I was like, when you asked Ivan, I'm like, oh, that's a good question. And then your turn, I was like, I'm next.
So, who was your best interview?
That's actually pretty easy for me. I don't know if I'm biased, but mine was definitely with Lori Hayes.
Right.
Code Differently.
Yeah.
That was excellent. First of all, can we just acknowledge the energy that she came in here with?
Girl.
I was literally the entire time, I felt like I started off here. By the end of the interview, I was like on the edge of my seat. Like, yes, there's something I can do. I need to make a difference.
You know she was like that from the Sandbox, right?
Really? Yeah. Oh, you guys go way back.
We go back, Del State University.
Oh,
Shout out to
shout out.
my camera. Shout out to you. Yeah, I gotta do this right. Wait a minute. Shout out to you.
I think do we have some clips of that?
Yeah, we definitely have to check that one
There's
out.
lack of representation. And there's a such thing as having equity and equality.
Wow.
So when you're talking about everybody being equal, it's saying, okay, everybody has the opportunity to go into the tech field. Everybody can go into it. You can apply, I can apply. But when we're talking about being equitable, it's saying but I've got some barriers in my way that you might not have. And so it's taking those things into consideration. You know, if we were to say, hey, Sass, you know, I'm going to try and get to this side of the couch, and you have to try and get to this side of the couch. And whoever gets to this side of the couch wins the race. I'm more likely to win the race because I'm a little bit closer.
Yeah.
We both have the opportunity to get to this side.
Yeah.
It's just making it equitable so that we can. So I come and I invite you on my side, and I say, now let's see who can get to this side of the couch.
That's powerful. That's powerful. So how would you, maybe even personally, but where do you see this going?
World domination.
That plain and simple.
That's the way I see it. I see Stephanie and Tyreek, they have a vision. More than a vision, they have a passion to see people's lives changed, to see the tech industry changed. It's not only people of color, but it's also women. If you look at the tech industry, women are disproportionately underrepresented in the tech field.
Wow.
And so through this program, we are increasing the number of people that are eligible. It's one thing to be able to go, it's another thing to be qualified for it. Like when you get in these positions, we need you to be able to keep the job when you get there. So we can teach you, and that's kind of the role that I play, in that I can teach you how to get the job. I can teach you JavaScript. I can teach you, I don't know these terms, these kids have taught me this. I don't really know, I'm faking like I do, but I'm gonna do it, okay? But they know the terms, they know the things, but if you don't know things like showing up on time is important. Making sure that you know how to properly send an email is important. Advocating for yourself in the industry is important. Knowing how to network is important. If we don't teach them those skills, then they're not going to be able to be as successful as they could be. So kudos to Tyreek and Stephanie for understanding that it's talking to the total person, not just talking to the tech side, but talking to that personal side. And then, you know, I'm able to say stuff that, you know, they probably wouldn't say. Like, get your whole life together. Nobody is going to hire you because you are not representing yourself well. And the relationship that we've established with each other, we're able to do that, and I'm just so excited to work with them.
That's awesome. I love to hear about the relational aspect of this organization, because I think that's what's important, right?
It is paramount. Not only is it just that it's a program, but they understand. Stephanie and Tyreek understand what it is to be in the tech industry. And one of the reasons that Code Differently exists in the first place is because they were tired of being in rooms and not seeing themselves.
Wow.
You know, it's one thing I've spent, and you can relate to this as well. I've spent a large portion of my life being in rooms where I'm the only one. But you know, we have to get to a point where we say, that's not okay, but not only is it not okay, I'm gonna do something about it. Because we can all sit by the water cooler and have all these conversations and all these opinions, but if you're not ready to put some action behind your comments, it might be best that you not say anything. This is the season where everybody has to step up and do their part. It wasn't okay for me to sit in my beautiful office at Howard and be safe and secure and not have to step out on faith and run my own business. I had to put my personal things aside and say, how can I service my community? How is it when I come to Wilmington? Listen, I know the streets of Wilmington more than I do where I live because I spent enough time here to be able to invest in the community.
Hi everyone, my name is Alicia Cooper Wells and I am an independent broker owner. We provide all of your financial needs from mortgages to insurance. We felt like the industry was missing diversity and inclusion, so what better way to fix it than to do it ourselves?
Hi, my name is Diamond Wells and I am WIG, Wells Insurance Group. We offer access to over 20 different carriers.
Today we wanted to provide you with 3 tips on how you can save on both your mortgage and insurance needs. Tip 1, good credit. We definitely know that there can be inaccurate information out there about you, so we suggest you visit annualcreditreport.com, which is completely free, to make sure that the information is correct and accurate.
Tip 2, make sure you take advantage of low mileage discounts, being as though people are working from home. Tip 3, make sure you work with a broker like myself who is able to shop you around. You can reach me at 302-504-6191.
Awesome. And you can reach me for your insurance and mortgage needs as well at 302-494-7712. We look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Sauce, that interview was amazing. I love just listening to Lori, and actually she has so much more than I thought that she was going to bring. One, her enthusiasm. Two, her energy, and three, her knowledge of what she does. You know, and so shout out to Lori, Lori Hayes. And the name of her company is Lori Speaks. And what I love about it is how Code Differently, what they're doing for the community event, and like they coming out making bang.
Listen,
Talk to them.
I might be in the wrong profession.
I thought that day you were going to walk
They come out making like 80, right?
Yes, they start at 80K.
Yeah.
I know like 3 graduates. I'm Jordan, I got you.
I just knew Jordan was going to leave with her.
You listen.
I was like,
Jordan went over there when no one was looking, turned his mic off, was like, y'all hiring? I was gonna throw a camera at him. I'm like, dude, like really though? Really though?
You want that job?
Yeah.
You know
you
what?
want that small job.
Yeah, right.
I can tell that, Saceyana, you really enjoyed that interview.
Oh,
you know, when you could just, you really are just connecting with the person that you're interviewing, and you're just so intrigued with what they're doing. And you could just tell that you didn't want to stop. You just wanted to keep going.
I really did. Yeah, she's actually my mentor. Yeah.
You guys go to the same church, right?
Yeah, we go to Seeds of Greatness, both of us.
You got to give a shout out to Seeds.
Yeah.
Shout out to Seeds real quick.
Shout out to Seeds of Greatness. Shout out to my pastor, Pastor Jerome, and Sister Lisa. You guys are wonderful. Shout out to all of my Seeds family, everything that you guys do for the community. We love you.
Awesome. But I enjoyed it immensely. I enjoyed it. Jordy.
What it do?
And you know we have to turn it back on you.
Come on, you got to.
Now, I'm going to say my favorite. I've been rocking with you guys for a while, so there's a lot of episodes. But I would say my favorite specifically would have to be with civil rights activist B.B. Coker and Dr. Joan Coker. Because this pandemic has revealed so much, not just the health of our issue when it comes to COVID-19, Black Lives Matter. Like this pandemic revealed a lot. So, you know, to be able to have the opportunity to sit down with B.B. Coker and her daughter, Dr. Joan Coker, that was like...
They had a heck of a year.
Yes, they
You know, one shout out to Dr. Coker for what she was doing with the Black and brown community, and shout out to Miss BB for she got her name on the wall.
She does.
Most of y'all got names on checks. BB got her name on the walls.
Got a resource
center. Got a resource center.
That was definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
That was definitely
All right.
my favorite.
Let's check it out real quick.
All right.
What issues exactly
I don't think that other people should identify the issues that will attract the services of other people. What I believe, and I hear what you're saying, and I do not disagree with it, and there are plenty of times that we call for help, you know, for certain things and that kind of thing, but I believe that when people live in a community and you identify something that needs help, I don't care if it's getting trash off of a sidewalk or pulling the kids together to clean a curb, do it. That's important. There is nothing that is unimportant that has to do with positively impacting the lives of people. It just isn't.
I like that.
There's
because
nothing
I have a lot of friends that will see the glitz and glam of the big ribbon cutting and forget that the smallest little contribution you can do to your community is picking up a piece of trash.
That's right.
That's spot on.
Real simple. And for us right now, where we are trying to get on the other side of the pandemic, is those that are holdouts at this point. It really is a very personal matter for them. So you meet people where they are, and you just keep talking.
Yeah.
You just keep talking.
Yeah.
You talk about the science. You talk about really, at the end of the day, some people are like, I'm healthy. I had COVID. I came through. Blah blah blah. Yeah. And they're right. But what about grandma?
Yeah.
what about the munchkins that aren't old enough to get it, that don't have a say in the matter? Grandmom tried. She got vaccinated, but maybe her immune system wasn't robust and she didn't respond like she needed to, so you could still take her out. So for me in this pandemic, put yourself aside. Yes, you are healthy enough. Yes, you have a wonderful diet. Yes, you are an herbalist. Congratulations. Kudos.
Go be great.
But it's not a go be great. But it's so not about you.
Yeah.
It's about that 10-year-old who has no choice.
Yeah.
It's that 7-year-old. It's that 97-year-old. It's that 80-year-old. It's that cancer patient. It's my brother-in-law, my sister, whomever that is that tried but may not be able to mount the response necessary to be whole. So at the end of the day, this whole pandemic is not about you. It's about your neighbor.
See, I feel personally
and
attacked.
can I just say something too, in relationship to the overall picture? That whole business that we're reading now from certain ends of the community, Fox News and all that kind of stuff, you're saying, no, we are not going to allow anybody to tell us to do this and tell you to do that and that kind of stuff. Number one, a government worth its salt is supposed to care enough about all of the people in it to, recognize when there is a problem and help the people to solve it. I don't have any problems with somebody telling me to get vaccinated for the purpose, my own purposes, and for the good of my neighbor. I mean, to me, that's to be expected. And the what is going around now in terms of government telling us what to do, I'm not going to wear this mask or whatever, to heck with all of that. You know what I mean? Who are you? Who are you? And when your child gets in trouble and you want somebody to do somersaults to make sure that your child is okay, think about the neighbor's child. Think about somebody else. So a lot of this, I think, I'm not, don't talk Republican, Democrat, or any of that crap. I'm talking about humanity. Let's redefine that word for ourselves.
DETV is a group of us who are just doing what we love to do best, and that's bringing Delawareans the news that's been missing for far too long in TV news.
DETV to me is a bunch of hardworking professionals that come in and day out to provide the best content, the best programming that we can provide, because we care about this state and the viewers and the residents, our neighbors, our communities, our families, our friends. We want to just provide them with the best content possible, and we're so privileged to be able to do so.
I would describe DETV as a powder keg. Energy undefined.
Let DART do the driving. DART First State provides transportation that is clean, safe, reliable, and affordable. Plan your trip and get real-time bus information with the free DART Transit app. Scan your phone to pay your fare with the free DART Pass app. So what are you waiting for? Try transit today. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Right. Just one, I love listening to BB, or excuse me, Miss Coker. All right, I love listening to her because she talks about her childhood a lot, and she really cares about making a change and implementing that change at her young age in the community. You know. So how did that interview make you feel?
I felt inspired. I felt motivated. I felt like there's more that needs to be done to help the two of them. Because seriously, because as you even said, I've gotten to know Miss BB from when I was 18, sitting down between just watching her and Mr. Gilliam Sr. just go back and forth sharing with me.
I knew that was beautiful.
Well, I'm just sitting there like eating popcorn. What did y'all do? But she made that known. Like, we did it for us. Like, we didn't do it to be recognized. We didn't do it to be showboating. And same thing with Dr. Coker. She's like, I'm learning from my mother. I'm doing this because this is who I am. I'm about addressing a need.
I saw Sas over there like, yes, when she said that, when she said, you do it not to be recognized by people, but to be recognized for self. Like, that meant a lot.
Yeah,
that meant a lot. Like, when the cameras are off, are you still going to do it?
I believe that. I believe at the end of your life, that's all that will matter.
Yeah.
It won't, the things that you did for other people, that won't matter. But the things that you did, like in obedience to what you knew was right, that's the only thing that really matters.
Talking about endings. Let's talk about endings, since you want to bring endings up. Unfortunately today is Jordan's last show. He came in today and told me he hates everything that I'm doing, that DETV is a fluke.
No.
The only thing I was good for was to nothingness. No.
Y'all see how they treat
the only reason why he stayed was because of that gift card.
Yes. Oh.
He came to get the gift card.
Okay, we might as well just turn this into a roast. Let's
be like
go.
comedy show all over again. I'm sitting here on this side.
Yes. Jordan said the only reason he's on TV here at DETV is so that he can have an allowance for his blazers.
Yes.
That's all. So when we give those third graders their blazers back, no, let me stop.
We need to focus on the positive, because I feel that Jordan brought so much to the table at DETV and Good Morning Wilmington. I really believe so, and I believe that he brought a sense of class.
Oh yeah.
That Jordan, I know you're right here. I have to tell you,
Hold
the
on,
first day,
Vincenza. Nice try, Vincenza. Nice try.
The first moment I met you, I said to my brother Italo knows you. I said, "Wow, Jordan is a class act. Really class act, and we are very fortunate to have had you on the show. I know that I haven't been on DETV Good Morning Wilmington that long, but I feel so fortunate to have shared the camera with you a few times, and Jordan, I wish you so much luck.
Thank you.
I mean, I do wish you so much luck on your next chapter.
This has been fun.
He great crying.
I am not crying. We're not having an
cry.
Oprah moment.
Cry.
No.
Please cry.
This is a bittersweet
He
moment.
great cry when he get in the car.
No, I really do appreciate it. I met Ivan probably, I want to say, what's been 8 years?
About 8 years ago. At your wedding.
Bruh, 8 years ago.
I shot his wedding by mistake.
Wait, I feel like there's a story.
No, I'm not going to say by mistake. I'm not going to say that.
No, you can't just skim over that.
Someone else, and he brought you. And I didn't know I'm from a campaign. And then next thing you know, we didn't get the footage.
Wait, for your
We
wedding?
didn't get the photos.
He got my footage.
I got Ivan's, but it was just so
pictures.
funny because I hit up Ivan and stayed in touch with Ivan. I was like, Ivan, what's going on?
With my wedding picture.
It's been a few months. I don't know. But no, when I met
Wasn't
Ivan,
my fault. Let's get that straight right there.
Let's get clear. Ivan produced and turned up. Okay.
Yes.
No, but Ivan's been like a bro, and I appreciate you, Ivan, for literally he calls me up. I'm like, what do you need? He's like, I just need you to fill in. Next thing the fill in turned into 7 months, which I'm having fun, and I really have been having fun here. And this has been, I've learned a lot. I mean, TV teaches you better show up.
Oh yes.
You better educate yourself. Like, you can't skirt around when you're talking about how other folks are impacting Wilmingtonians' lives. So it got me to be on my toes, know how to research, show up, keep yourself together. Like, now I'm working out because of Ivan more. I'm like, dang it, can't be on camera looking all like who done it and why.
TV is definitely a hard, if you haven't been into it before, and especially what we are trying to do here. Jordan just fit the mold, when we needed something, and it was like, Jordan, I need you to fill in. I'm trying to figure stuff out, and he jumped in feet first, 10 toes, right? He jumped in 10 toes, and he just gave me what he gave me, and one fill-in turned into 7 months later, and we already had a good friendship before that. It's even stronger now. So again, when he told me an hour ago that he was leaving, he told me an hour ago when he was leaving, right? I'm like, screw you, bro. So, I hope you
tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I hope your coffee got cat turds in it. No, but when he told me, I I mean, what can you say when people say, hey, he's not like he's going to another network. He's going on to better himself, you know, and that's what it's all about just life in general, is for you to, when you know it's time, make room for someone else, and you be better. Would it go be great?
Go be great.
So with that, Jordan, what is it? Fair you adieu, or bear you adieu? What is it?
I bid you adieu.
Yeah, that too. I bid you adieu. Look, I bid you adieu.
I appreciate it.
And go be great.
Yes.
I will. I'm going to take my greatness and keep going on.
My man.
I appreciate you, man.
You always got a home here, bro.
I appreciate it.
All right.
I appreciate that.
All right.
It's okay.
I'm so glad we had this
time together. All right, so closing out, be sure to make sure you watch me and this crazy lady right here, this beautiful lady right here, Miss Vincenza.
Thank you.
And if you need any holiday needs, I heard Vincenza got a heck of a special going on for New Year's.
Ooh.
V&M Bistro.
Oh, listen, that is the spot.
And that spot awesome?
Listen.
What?
Between Johnny Walker and a lemon drop, whichever one you'd like, that's my go-to.
Look at him. Look at him.
You a dark person, you like it light.
Oh my God.
Either way.
Are we closing out? Is that it? All right.
That's how we end the year.
Have a
Wait
happy
a
New
minute.
Year.
I thought we were going to catch a little bit of like, see your greatest moment. Are we not going to do that?
You know what?
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Okay, let's
All
check
right.
it out.
All
Let's
right.
check out
All
some of
right.
his greatest
Let's see
moments.
You remember from Flintstones, Kazoo?
No.
Yes, I want to be that character.
Jordan's
on people's
older,
shoulders.
so he remembers the Flintstones.
Anyway. I'm just saying, like, could you imagine riding my bike and there's a cicada? Where'd that come from? And y'all like, we go right here. You know, COVID-19 pounds. So trying to bring hot boy summer.
Balls, yeah.
Listen, I'm
Not a
learning. You
snow
don't
cone.
want this smoke. Lisa Blunt, Rochester. How are you coming?
I am well. Good morning. Good morning to both of you.
It's all right. It's all right. You make me look good, so just keep standing close. I like it. So when I came back, I was cocky as heck. I was like, you couldn't tell me nothing. I had a whole dip in my walk. I was like, try me. Possibly in for a good hearty laugh because we get to sit down with Mr. Sidney Gant, award-winning comedian. How are you, sir?
Good, just basking in my own glow.
Oh, man.
This does say LACC.
Oh, wow. For $200,000?
$200,000.
What? Look at that.
And there's two
That rendered us to get, as a state, what, 50 million?
50 million, yeah.
Can I get a piece of that? She's like, how would you even know what that is? I was like, don't try me on music. I gotta start off. I ain't a singer, but my love is so rough. Oh
There
my
you go,
God.
baby.
That is.
And that's complete shock.
And that's, was that cicadas is coming.
They're coming.
They coming.
I
You just
said
fall
fine.
in line.
Yeah, I just fall in line.
Is that what happens when the kids get older? They
That's
start
right.
telling the parents what
Hey,
to do?
yeah.
Is that what happens?
That's it,
Okay.
pretty much.
Now, CJ Bell, founder and CEO of The Connect. What's going on, sir?
Hey, man.
Good having you.
Here. Happy to be here.
It's good
man.
seeing you. Man, let me say something.
And we at DETV are definitely being hospitable by welcoming Pastor Chandler and Sister Nelson. How are you both?
Fine.
Thanks for
Fine.
being here.
You're welcome.
It's good to have you both. Now,
You know what? What do you know about soccer?
Listen, I'm going to tell you something about some soccer.
You know the Bee Gees.
But I,
As soon as I got here, I just felt the warm embrace of the community, man. Like, what y'all got going on is wonderful. And no wonder y'all called the work group, because y'all putting that work in. For real, seriously, y'all getting the work done.
We are committed to creating the best Riverside we can with the community, for the community.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
All right. Well, listen, to the DETV crew, I can't thank you guys enough. That was awesome. I've had such a fun time here at DETV. You guys, I'm going to miss you guys.
I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss all you guys.
Oh, you're going to be across the street.
I am. I'm going to be walking over here at Urban Cafe. I'm going to wave while y'all film.
He'll be recording. He'll be knocking on the window.
I'm on in.
See you at the cigar lounge.
Cigar lounge on Thursdays. Hold a sign. Let me in. No, I appreciate it. And to the viewers, we always appreciate you. Happy holidays to you all.
Happy New Year from DETV. Good Morning Wilmington is sponsored by Newcastle County Government.
Okay, sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie?
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie? Bam. Okay, okay.
Definitely sweet potato pie. No pumpkin pie for me.
That's right. Can you make one?
Yes, I can.
Oh, you got them skills like that?
Yeah, I can make one. I follow by a recipe, but I can make one. My aunt taught me at 12, but I follow by a recipe.
You got some timing on that pie. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
Hey, I like both of them.
You like both of them?
Yeah, I like both of them.
Okay. Okay, that's cool.
Pumpkin.
Okay, pumpkin all day. Got you. I got you.
Pumpkin pie. Yeah. With whipped cream on top? Yeah.
Just touched it up a level. Sweet potato. Sweet potato. That's right, that's right.
Sweet potato.
Okay, you said that quick. Absolutely. Ain't no messing around. Absolutely. Okay, got you.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
No questions asked.
No questions asked.
Okay.
Pumpkin pie.
Got you. Got you.
Sweet potato pie.
All day, right?
All day.
All day. All day. All right.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato. All day. All day. All right.
Sweet potato pie.
Okay, bam. All right. All right. That was quick, dude. I can almost taste it, right?
I like both. I can't. So I pick one. Potato. Sweet potato.
Ooh, that thing drops. Yeah.
Delicious. Sweet potato pie all the way.
All the way?
All the way.
All the way. Who make it the best? Grandma?
My aunt.
Your aunt?
Yeah.
Oh, aunties know what to do.
She
You know
know
what I
what
mean?
to do. She the cook.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Pumpkin. But pecan. Like, come on, that's not a fair question.
Pecan.
Yeah.
Pecan is like pecans and candy. It's like, that's almost candy-ish.
Oh, yeah.
My aunt used to make it, and man, my teeth, but it was delicious.
Yeah. Every once
Yes.
in a while.
Every once in a while. All right. So, can you name the 4 people on Mount Rushmore, the 4 presidents on Mount Rushmore?
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes, sir.
George Washington.
Yes, sir.
And Kennedy.
No. Close.
No.
Not one.
Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember.
Jefferson, Lincoln, Washington, and Roosevelt.
Bop. Bop.
Washington. Adams? No, Jefferson?
Yes.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Lincoln, Jefferson, Washington. Roosevelt?
Boom!
Did I get it?
Bam!
Yes. All right,
Got
all right.
it. Thank you.
George Washington. I'm not sure Abe Lincoln's probably up there.
Yep.
probably two other ones up there.
It's two other ones.
Yeah, I don't know them off the top of my head.
One starts with a J.
Jay?
Yeah.
Jefferson's up there?
Yes. Then the other one start with an R.
Roosevelt?
My man. My man. Thank you.
Roosevelt,
Mm-hmm.
Washington.
Yes.
No, I don't know the other two.
One starts with an L.
Lincoln,
Mm-hmm. And who you leaving out? One starts with a J.
Jackson, Johnson, Jefferson.
Bam!
Get there
Right.
eventually.
That's right.
Well, I think so. Teddy Roosevelt, Abe Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson.
Come on, baby. We batting 1,000.
All right.
All right.
Trump ain't one of them. How about that?
Okay, that's cool. Who has the best swings around here?
Best wings?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Chelsea Captain.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I like their wings.
All right, Chelsea. That's a good choice. I like their wings too.
The best chicken wings you're gonna get on this street?
Yeah.
Oh, Soul Food Restaurant.
Right there?
Right there.
Tasties.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good math. That's good math.
I don't eat meat, but if I were a betting woman, I mean, before day I had some that are really good. Dang
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay, good choice, good choice. Who is the 46th president?
I don't know. No, I can't.
Can't remember, but I'm gonna take a wild guess. I already forgot that answer though.
I'm really bad at this. Clinton?
No. Oh wait. That's kind of recent. Clinton? 46. Where are we? What's now?
Biden. Bam. You was that. You were.
Oh
you
my
was-
God. I
You was
wasn't
right,
even close.
you was
Sorry.
right there. You were
Sorry,
right
Joe.
there.
Sorry, Joe. My bad.
Uh, 46. Nah.
Yeah.
Clinton?
46th president is Joe Biden.
Bam. My man.
Oh no. Hell no, I cannot.
Okay.
Is it Joe Biden?
President. Yes. Yeah. Biden.
Joe Biden.
Bam. That's what I'm talking about.